honestly speaking, guys, ladies, I honestly do not know how to analyze this one, but I'm going to make an attempt, all right? I'm going to make an attempt. So, it's Koyin and Isabella again, getting entangled beneath the sheets. These two, it might seem, can't get enough of each other. For whatever reason, they are now officially sexual partners in the house. It might seem as though it's an arrangement of, or let's say it's a transactional arrangement. You do this for me, I meet your sexual needs. They are both enjoying each other's company, yeah? And they do not seem to give a care in the world. They do not seem to care at all. Because these two, when they begin exploring each other's bodies, the moanings, the moanings, yeah? Oh my goodness. It's almost as if they're outside the house and not in Big Brother's house. It's like they don't really care if their fellow housemates hear them. They're just living their best life. They're enjoying themselves. For Isabella, it's mission aborted for with Bright Morgan and mission accomplished with Koyin. Now, remember, it felt at some point, that the only kind of content that Isabella could give on the show this season is sexual content, which was what she was kind of having with Kai Kumi. And so when Kai Kumi left the house, she kind of felt high and dry, because how else could she really give content? I mean, guys, if we're being very honest with ourselves, how else could she really give content? There wasn't really any other way. She's not particularly excellent in task. She's not particularly excellent in every other kind of drama. Yes, I mean, the drama that she had with Thelma, the drama that she had with Thelma at the start of the season sort of revolved around Kai Kumi, a common, okay, not a common enemy, but just a common object of interest. Yeah, no, object is really offensive. A common person of interest. And now, Kai Kumi is no longer in the picture. And so both of them, they've parted ways like permanently. So it's now to your tent, O Israel. You focus on your focus. I focus on my focus. For Thelma, it's easier for her because she's quite competitive. She's good at so many other things. And then she's also got people like Faith to pick on. Yes. But for Isabella, on the other hand, it's not really been that easy for her because she's been struggling to find another person of interest in the house, to focus all of her energy to, as well as her sexual energy to. She's tried it with Kocha, but Kocha is not really there for or any of that. Yes, he's just there for the vibes, especially during the parties, Hence the reason she was sort of concocting the plans to infiltrate Bright and Mide's ship. But then it did not work out because, of course, the likes of Kola sabotaged it. And so just when it seems as if all hope was lost, Koyin stepped into the picture. So at first, it started off on Saturday night as a thing of trade by barter. I give you alcohol, you please me, you pleasure me intimately. And that was exactly what had happened in the early hours of Sunday morning between both of them. And it might seem as though they both left each other satisfied on that particular day, because ever since then, we have noticed how they've been gravitating towards each other, not as friends now, but having recognized that, hey, you've got magic fingers, you've got magic lips, yeah, because of course she's giving him a blowjob and he has allowed his fingers to explore anywhere, across her body. And so they've decided to make it a thing, right? I mean, what wrong could happen? I mean, they've got no ties to anybody in the house. Koyin is just besties with Day Day. And from the look of things, it might seem as though they're not necessarily on good terms at this point, because Koyin wasn't one of the people that actually assisted Day Day in packing up her bags yesterday during her fake eviction. So ladies and gentlemen, to cut the long story short, last night they had another session. And this time around, it was just as intense as what they had early Sunday morning. Yes. As a matter of fact, it might seem as though they had actually taken it way beyond the level that they had reached early Sunday morning. Yes. And once again, they were both really satisfied with each other's performance. So, from the look of things, we have a new ship. But this time around, it's not a romantic kind of ship. It is a fuck buddy type of ship. And just as expected, Koyin's fans are over the moon with joy. For them, their boy is giving them content. Their boy is giving them bragging rights, which is quite weird to me. Because it's making me wonder, okay, where is the bragging right in that? I mean, if any of you Koyin's fans are here and you can actually explain it, the rationale behind this thing about, oh, he's giving people bragging rights, please let me know, because I'm kind of lost. I'm kind of confused. I don't understand. So please explain, all right? But anyways, that is that for Koyin and Isabella. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to Kola and his younger sister's drama. That is Imisi. It's a lot. It's a lot. Now, this Kola and Imisi's siblingship, I need someone to explain it to me like a child that I am. You know, explain it to me how you perceive the ship, all right? Just explain it to me. Because I have watched these two people. I have observed them. I have experienced them, you know, as individuals and as siblings that they claim to be. And if there's anything I have noticed a lot of tension between both of them. I've noticed a lot of tension, you know, and sometimes the tension is discomfort, yes, on Kola's part, in the sense that Imisi can be very annoying. Imisi can be very, she can be very provocative. Not just to, I mean, you know, she's normally provocative to people around the house, but she can also be very provocative to Kola himself. Imisi can also be she can also be a nuisance. In fact, it's literally the same kind of energy she dishes out to people in the house, right? One would expect that, oh, because she and Kola are siblings, as they claim to be, that she would not dish out that kind of energy to Kola. But guess what? She actually does. And when she wants to start with Kola, sometimes you feel sorry for him. But guys, the truth is, I never really feel sorry for him, because when she is provoking others, when she is being a nuisance to others, Kola almost never calls her back. He almost never. It seems like he doesn't want to be on a bad side, so he just allows her to go off and do whatever she wants to do, except on that one occasion where food was involved with Faith. That was last week, and he had scolded her to return the bread. But aside that, it's like every other time that she's telling him of her devious plans, of how she intends to do XYZ to Faith, how she intends to do blah, blah, blah to any other person, Kola is always laughing. You will never hear him say, oh, don't do this, it's wrong. Or he would never caution her. And so when I watched her harass this guy yesterday, like, Kola was miserable yesterday, guys. Imisi harassed this guy, and it was very, very deliberate and also premeditated, because before she started with her full-blown harassment of this guy, she was studying the rule book for, if not over 30 minutes. She was studying the rule book. This girl was reading the rule book. It was the same thing she did when she wanted to really start harassing Faith. Like, you know, of course, Big Brother had advised her during one of her diary sessions when she had told Big Brother that, oh, she was going to make Faith's life a living hell in the house. You know, Biggie had advised her to read the rule book first. So she had done that. So yesterday, she did the same thing. She had studied the rule book, probably looking for areas that she can actually avoid, maybe gray areas or whatever, but she had studied the rule book. And then guess what? She had gone ahead to wear her demon mode makeup. You know, that's horrific. Oh God, you know, that's terrible makeup that she used to wear in the first 2 weeks of the season, you know, before Kola started rebranding her and changing her life in the house, she literally went again to wear that makeup. As a matter of fact, I think she had been summoned into the diary room first for whatever reason. And then when she came out of the diary room, it was a bit afterwards that she went to apply that makeup. And then that's her piggery PJ. She had gone to wear it as well. The onesie, she had gone to wear it as well. And that was when I knew that, okay, fine. She's about to rain hell on Kola. So I watched that whole situation yesterday. I mean, guys, she did not allow Kola to sleep, was literally, you know, disturbing his sleep, disturbing this guy. And the funny thing is, it did not even start yesterday evening. So it turns out that the whole thing started, I think, from Sunday evening. In fact, it's been a build-up. I did a video yesterday where I mentioned that every time Kola does not really give all of his attention to Imisi, it's a problem. She wants Kola all to herself. They've actually had several conversations where she had, you know, said a lot of nasty things about some of the friends that Kola has. She had blatantly told Kola that Bright Morgan does not like him, that it almost seems like Bright hates him, that Bright is kind of jealous of him, you know, trying to sow a seed of discord in Kola's mind. In other words, she was trying to sort of isolate Kola from the people that he normally interacts with in the house. And, you know, Kola has a mind of his own. I must give him that. He had not really paid attention to her. He had only listened to what she said, but he had not really taken it to heart, you know, because she was expecting that he would completely cut off from them. And when she saw that he was not going to cut off from those people, it had caused a fight, like a quarrel between both of them, which they had resolved. And so ever since, you would notice that Kola would always try to spend a lot of time with her. But then sometimes he'll get bored because, of course, he's got his day-to-day media rounds to, you know, take care of. And so he would have to go back to Mide and Bright Morgan. And then sometimes Zita, you know, he has to do his media rounds. And then other times he would bring that day-to-day conversation to Imisi and she would be getting irritated because she would advise him that this girl does not like you. You're a fine boy. You can look elsewhere. You know, it's more like her indirectly telling him that, hey, I'm right here in front of you. I'm taking care of all of your needs, if not all of your sexual needs as well. But I'm actually taking care of you in this house. Why don't you focus all of that energy on me? But it seems like every subliminal message that she passes on to Kola, Kola misses it. So something similar had also happened on Sunday evening, where she really needed Kola's attention and Kola was not, you know, budging. He wasn't really giving her attention. I do not know how that whole thing ended between both of them. But yesterday morning, she was sort of giving Kola the silent treatment. Kola tried to speak to her several times, but she would shut him up, she would insult him, she would curse at him and tell him to leave her the F alone. She doesn't want to fucking talk to him, like fucking get away. No, those very harsh words. And they were kind of offensive to Kola, and he was getting upset because for him, even my siblings don't talk to me like that. My friends don't talk to me like that. You are the only one that disrespects me the way you disrespect me, you know, and I do not like it. I've told you several times, stop yelling at me, stop cursing me out, stop insulting me. But Imisi did not care. She just continued. Now, there was also the part where Big Brother had asked Faith, the head of house at the time, to summon everybody to the lounge for a brief to be read. And next thing we saw was Imisi and Denari having a moment. Denari was massaging Imisi's jawline, massaging her neck, massaging her shoulder. And it was kind of weird to me because we know who Denari belongs to. Denari is Doris's person, right? And looking at the fact that Doris just got evicted, what exactly was Denari doing with Imisi? So it was kind of off. It was kind of suspicious, right? And I even put out a tweet about it. I was asking, like, hold on a second. What's going on here? Is Denari looking for a replacement for Doris? So they had that moment, and then Big Brother had actually shared cupcakes to the housemates, and Denari had handed over his 2 cupcakes to Imisi, and then she had been bragging about it to Kola that, oh, look, he also gave me his cupcakes. And Kola was like, listen, if you like, you want to be a bad bitch, that's on you. But let's have a conversation. What is up with you? And that was where she was going off at him, insulting him, cursing him out, like, get the fuck off. I don't want to talk to you. Blah, 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 blah. And then afterwards, that whole business happened of her, you know, just taking her time to read the rule book. And then she entered into demon mode. And then she wore that very, very horrifying makeup. And then she started harassing this guy. Like, she was harassing this guy. And it was all too familiar, ladies and gentlemen. It was all too familiar. If you all recall the way Imisi used to harass Faith in the first 2 weeks of this season, that was the same way that she was harassing Kola. And so it brought to mind a lot of questions. One of which was, is Imisi now, you know, like, just like she was asking for sexual favors from Faith, is she now demanding the same with Kola? Is that what she wants? Because yesterday, Bright Morgan was telling Mide that, oh, Imisi said that Kola had asked him to kiss her 3 times already. And Kola was saying that, oh, it was just a joke. So now, the way she was just harassing this guy, like, it was so bad that she woke him up from sleep. She literally was hindering his path, did not want to allow him walk out of the room, was literally shouting in his face, was acting unhinged, you know, really, really acting crazy. To the point that the guy kept on telling her, calm down, let's have a conversation, calm down. But it was quite provocative, to be very honest with all of you. It was quite provocative because when you wake up somebody from sleep like that in such a violent manner, or let's say aggressive manner, and you are hindering their path to step out of the room, they could get really, really triggered and possibly go physical on you. So it made me wonder, like, okay, Imisi, what was your aim? Were you hoping that Kola would hit you or maybe shove you and then get into trouble with Big Brother? What exactly was your aim? Because at that point in time, a lot of people were laughing about it, like, oh my God, Imisi is so funny. Oh my God. Just like a younger sister, she's just terrorizing her elder brother. And I'm laughing and I'm like, well, it all sounds funny to you all now until it really gets dirty. Because it was very obvious that Kola was uncomfortable. But then, back to Kola himself. Guys, I did not feel 1 ounce of pity for Kola because this is something he has been entertaining for the longest time. This is something he has been enabling. He has been encouraging her to do it on others, even though he had not verbally ever told her, oh, go ahead. But by not cautioning her and by not calling her to order or maybe advising her, he has been her biggest enabler in that house. And so when he was at the receiving end last night, although he looked really frustrated, I did not feel pity for him at all. I really wanted him to feel how it feels, you know, be in the shoes of others for once at least, and understand how they too must have been feeling when they were in that situation with Imisi. Because Kola was so frustrated, he was literally roaming around the room like a caged animal. He couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't go physical on her. He couldn't shove her. He couldn't be aggressive with her because, of course, that would violate the rule book. And guys, I don't know how Big Brother sees it. I don't know if Big Brother is going to see it as harassment again, but hey, I know that Big Brother is not going to do shit about it because Imisi did it with Faith on countless number of occasions. It was never addressed. And now she's doing it with Kola. I doubt if it's ever going to be addressed. Now, still on this issue, there was a point where both of them had gone to the kitchen to make food. And she was still harassing this guy, Kola. And then she had slowed down and had asked Kola, do you want me to stop? Do you want me to leave you alone? If you want me to stop, if you want me to leave you alone, just tell me and I'll leave you alone. And guess what? Kola did not give any response to that question or to those 2 questions. He did not give any response. And you see, it was in that moment that I got all the confirmation I really needed about Kola's relationship with Imisi. You know, there's been speculations in and outside the house that Kola is just being friends with Imisi just for the plot. That he's using her because he knows that she has a strong following on the outside. I myself have also given my own fair share of my theories about what I perceive about their friendship or siblingship. But yesterday, guys, with the intensity of the disrespect, the intensity of the provocation, the intensity of the harassment. Guys, if Kola did not have anything he was benefiting from that siblingship or friendship or whatever it is, it could really have been easy for him to say, just leave me alone. Yep. It could have been easy for him to say, you know, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. It could have been easy. But you could see that Kola was struggling. See, Kola was this close to lashing out at Imisi. But then you know where you're acting out a script and you need to constantly remind yourself of the greater benefit of why you should remain in that situation. That was exactly what Kola was doing yesterday. Felt like he was just repeatedly reminding himself that, okay, Kola, just bear it. Just bear it. You know why you're in this. Just bear it. Don't worry. It will soon be over. It felt like he was doing a mental, you know, a mental checkup on himself. And he continued like that. Even when she was having a meeting with, when he was having a meeting with his wager team, she would still come, poke him and go away. She would still come, look for his trouble and go away. And you could tell that the guy was drained. He was tired. So the one question I kept on asking myself was, why is Kola still, why is it condoning? Like, why is it still condoning? Because all it takes is for him to scold her thoroughly. You know, like, I'm done. I am done. If you're going to continue disrespecting me like this, if you're going to continue harassing me like this and provoking me like this, I am done. What's going to happen? I mean, if Kola even ends his friendship with Imisi, at least for a bit, let everybody calm down and then later on we can come back and have conversation. What would happen? Or is he scared that if he dares to end his friendship with Imisi, just like Faith did with Imisi, is he scared that he's going to be her next target? Just like Faith is now to her. Is it that Kola is truly scared? Because guys, if you ask me that question, I will tell you that Kola is scared. He has seen what Faith is dealing with. How Faith's rejection of Imisi has led to his predicament in the house. So I just have this weird feeling that he's scared of putting himself in that position. He doesn't want to be in that position. So instead, he would rather be kissing Imisi's ass than antagonizing Imisi, you know, like being an opponent, a direct opponent to her in the game. And this is just my theory. This is what I have observed between these two people. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, I would love to hear from all of you, all right? I would love to hear your theories. I would love to hear your own analysis of that situation. So please go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you were in Kola's shoes, would you be condoning all of Imisi's excesses the way Kola has been doing? Or would you cut off from her the way Faith cut off from her? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on another video. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.